Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection here out in Escondido for a customer that had a chimney leak during this last rain that we had. During these digital inspections, we'll inform the customer of any potential sensitive areas and what we see on the roof that might cause future leaks, as well as the age. First thing we like to do is start on the eaves of the roof. The eaves are made up of the fascia board, and then you have the rafter tails that actually go into the roof, and then the starter board underneath. We like to look for indications of wood rot, such as in these corner sections right here. It usually happens in these crossroads. We can see evidence of wood rot that happens during a roofing project. Any wood that is rotted is then replaced. We get on here, we see a gutter system, and we can actually see a metal drip edge under here. This is that flashing that actually keeps water off the wood itself. Type of roofing material is a concrete tile. It's a conventional weight. It's a Malibu style. Malibu is a little bit less exaggerated S's versus a Capistrano has a little bit more exaggerated S's on it. Malibu does interlace really well, so it is a long-lasting roof, but it's the paper underneath that is concerning. And then, any workmanship error that was done when installing. Getting on this roof here, first thing we noticed is underneath counter flashings and junctions from roof to wall conjunctions. We see a counter flashing right here. Well, what happens over time, and I believe this is the original roof when this house was built in 1995, is that the nails wear out and we see a bunch of slip tiles. This is a section where there was slip tiles, and if I actually pull these down here, we can look at the paper, and I'll put these back for the customer for sure, but we just want to get a look at this integrity of this roof. So we can see some mastic here, so somebody basically skipped out on nailing these, and we can see piece of flashing right there. We can see mastic of where they tried to adhere it to it. Well, these slip over time, and we can see kind of them slipping down by the different colors that we see here. So I'll push these back for the homeowner, but just definitely want to show the underlayment. We see a roof nail. This is a UDL 40 underlayment. It's looking to be the original one, definitely. Getting over here, we have a 10-panel solar system installed. Inspected underneath. All the attachment points look good. They basically use this L bracket that we use as well. Penetrations were inspected. Typically we don't put mortar around penetrations anymore. It's an old building practice. So if we were to redo this roof, we'd actually reflash this and paint this to match the color of the roof. Valleys are nice and wide, so we do like to see this. Basically, it allows for any debris and water to flow through. If we see crowded valleys, usually that's a sign of that we need to update it. Little cracks like this per se aren't necessarily ruining the integrity of this roof. Somebody tried to mastic that together, so that's a good sign. Maybe the solar guys. Always inspect skylights. We're seeing a lot of problems occur over here, so this is on a completely different section of roof that had a leak, but we can see various slip tiles where you see a bit of the old original tile here. It slipped down over time. Here's a good one right here. Looks like somebody tried to repair this section right here, but you can see this one slipping down. The nails have basically failed. What you're seeing right here is when they built this home, they used 2 layers of underlayment. We can see the top one is completely basically deteriorated. It's down to the bottom one. Here's a penetration hole right here where water can get in. The roof nails are worn through. This has definitely been seeing rains over time. It just hasn't given away yet. I'll push all these back for the homeowner, but another slip tile section right here underneath the skylight. Skylights are in great shape. I wouldn't recommend updating those, but we can see that somebody again tried to do a quick and easy mastic to glue it, and that's not a forever fix. And you can see again that paper underneath is deteriorated the first layer. It's on the second layer, and then you got plywood under that. So definitely another spot where a leak could happen. These are there's 3 slip tiles just in this section. I'll put them back as best I can, but it's not a permanent fix, right? This is probably the most interesting thing I've seen on a roof in a while, is that this section right here. We have the chimney where the chimney leaked. We're missing 4 complete tiles right here. No evidence of where they went. We can see the paper right here, that black UDL basically 40 underlayment. I even checked over the side of the roof. They didn't slip off or anything like that. Really crazy. It looks like somebody took them. So we can see the nails. This looks like a fresh nail, so somebody might have taken this off, but the first layer of paper is completely deteriorated. This looks like it's probably been like this for a while, judging on the texture of this. And definitely, you know, getting to that point where, you know, we're worried about deterioration and leak. This is definitely a place where water is having access, and needs to be addressed immediately. Now the chimney itself, I'll point out a couple more slip tiles. We see one right here, and then another one right here, where you can see the nail holes right there. And if you just pull this back, look how easy it slips back. You can actually see the paper right here. Various different problems that I'm seeing. Chimney itself, what concerns me is when they took off what looks like a radio antenna, you can see a bunch of holes in the stucco right here. Now, this was built correctly. You have a counter flashing right there. You got a cricket that comes up. It kind of diverts water to either side. But your concern is with punctures in the stucco. When they took it off, they never covered these holes. So definitely something that we want to get a stucco guy out here. And this is such a minor patch that we could actually handle it. But definitely need to get this section addressed. We got a slip tile right there. We got slip tiles around the skylights that are concerning. Various ways where water can enter. You know, definitely time to address this roof. We can offer some sort of, you know, repair, but it's getting to that point where we're concerned with the integrity of multiple sections. You know, we might recommend a lift and reset, where we actually lift the tiles up and redo the paper underneath. Us being a solar company, we can also handle the removal and reinstall of the solar. I will definitely show this to the homeowner and go over the options right after I put all this tile back as best I can. Thank you.